Hello Internet, it's Mike White with 143. So I just had a friend ask me how to do a fill with a pattern, which is, I don't think she was asking that. She was actually saying, I want to use glitter for some letters, and how do I do that? And so I just thought I'd show us real quick. I've got this image that I just found on Public Domain Pictures. I went to Public Domain Pictures and just searched for glitter, and I found this glitter image. And I'm just going to pop open Inkscape, and I'm going to type some letters. I'm not going to be real picky about the font, not trying to be cool here, just trying to show the technique. And I just type some letters. I'm holding Control to scale them up. It looks like I've already got some stroke assigned here. And I'm just going to dial that back a bit because it's just a little extreme. And then what we want to do is take that image that we found, the silver glitter image that I downloaded, and just embed it in the file. And then you want to go to Object, Pattern, Objects to Pattern. So now that's a pattern. And then I'm actually probably just going to go hide that so it's not bothering us. And then I select my object and I go to Fill. And on Fill, I'm going to choose Pattern. And we're going to find that pattern there, and the scale is really bad, so I'm going to take it down. So I'm just adjusting the scale, and I'm going to get it down to where it looks nice. I don't think you can really set the position, but one of the problems you'll run into with this is that you're going to get some lines, and those might not bother you. You might get lucky, in whatever your scale is set to. I mean, you can get fine in here and just like do 0.15, something like that. And I think like that one, I don't see any of the part that I didn't want, that line in the middle. But if you do, and you want to get rid of it, there's a couple different ways to do that. You can open it up in Photoshop or Photopea. I always want to remind people, everybody, you can use Photopea, and you could literally just make the document larger than what it is. So, it's 1920 by 1280. You never want to go crazy. Let's go 3840. I'm trying to do this math in my head, guys. I'm struggling. 2560. I'm trying to double it and just stay in the corner, okay? And I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to Control Z that. I needed to unlock it first. And then I want to go to my camel size, and I think it was 3840 by 2560. And I'll just leave it in the corner with the anchor. And I'm doing something wrong there. I'm not sure what I'm doubling wrong, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to duplicate this layer, and then do Edit, Transform, Flip Horizontal, and just move that over. So it's just going to, we're, instead of a hard line there, we're going to have like these kind of alien faces. That's what this creates. I call those alien faces. And then I'm just going to merge that down. So I'm going to hit Control E, merge it down, and then we'll duplicate that layer again, and we'll do Edit, Transform, and we'll flip it vertical. And we'll make another line of alien faces here. And you can see those, they just kind of, they almost look like, maybe Aztec symbols or something, and it probably won't bother you on the letters. But if you really were concerned about it, you wanted to get rid of those, you could do, let's do Image Trim, Transparency Pixels, so we get back down around our, so we just have this pattern. And what you could do is you could actually duplicate this layer and just scooch it over. So I'm just scooting it over. And I want to scoot over the one on the bottom, so I just drug that below. And then I could grab an erase tool and just go pretty big, and you want to go real soft. So we'll go like 20%, so it's super soft. And then you can just erase, the top layer. So select that layer, and then just, erase it down. And if you don't do a straight line like that, if you just kind of chuck some of the parts that are the worst offenders, then it just kind of goes away, And that kind of fixes it, in my opinion. That can kind of fix what's below. Okay, so yeah, you'd want to do another layer after that one would fix this one. I'm using the word fix kind of loosely here. I mean, you can also break it up like I just did there. And then what you could do is you could do another layer here and kind of get the one in the middle. So I'm just going to scoot it down. Make sure you're scooting the right one down. Yeah, that's what I should do. I should merge this down. And then take this one and move it back over so that it covers the bottom. I know I'm not explaining this well. And then I'm going to move that up. It's hard to see what I'm doing. Yeah, let's just move this up. And then I could try to address, this alien part in the middle here. So I could just kind of like, get rid of that on this layer. Kind of blend it in like that. So, and I see that I'm making more lines, so I can just kind of like fix those, and get approximately something that doesn't look seamless. There's one other way to do it, but you want to make sure your image is square. And what you would do is let's merge this down. You go to Filter, Other, Offset, and you set your offset to the same as the dimensions. So it's like, you take your image, let's just do image canvas size, and we'll make it a square image. And then I'm going to crop it. So now it's cropped, so there's no extra outside. And then you do Filter, Other, Offset. And you just want to set the offset to exactly the same as your image dimensions. So let's look at our image size one more time. 2560, it's going to be half of that. So you would do Filter, Other, Offset. And if we were at 2560, gosh, why am I struggling with math these days? What is that, 1280? Yeah, 1280. So you do 1280 and 1280. And now the corners have just been flipped to the outside. So probably way more information than you needed about pattern generation. I'll tell you also that you can obviously do this in Photoshop and not even use Inkscape. You could just literally type some text, and we'll do that real fast. Boop. And scale that up. And then just set this above it and create a clipping mask. And then that would be clipped to your letter. So there's your glitter. That doesn't look half bad to me. All right, again, probably too much information, but now you know how to do glitter fill a couple of different ways, and I hope it helps. Take care.